everybody. This is Nicole Gray from drinkingcoffeeallthetime.com. I hope that you had a very good Memorial Day weekend. I had a great weekend. I spent time in the forest. I spent time with my kids. I spent a lot of time exercising outdoors. I even enjoyed the rainy day. Why not? And you know what I did every single day that made it so incredibly pleasant? I drink coffee. And I'm actually drinking the same coffee that I was drinking all weekend, and this is basically French roast coffee. Now, if you know anything about dark coffees, you know that French roast coffee is the go-to dark coffee. When you think of a good French roast coffee, you think of a coffee that's smoky, that's pungent. Sometimes it's spicy, right? It's clearly dark. A lot of the oils have come to the surface, and it's single note. And it's there to be, it is coffee with a capital C, right? In contrast, when you think about a light roast coffee, you think about a coffee that is more complex. It hasn't been roasted as long, right? So it's more citrusy, it's more floral. It's basically just more complex. And, light roast coffees are also good. I don't want to no shade for light roast coffees. Light roast coffees are great. In fact, I love a good breakfast blend, which is essentially a medley of light roast coffees. But I'm open to recommendations always. So before we go any further with this whole light roast versus dark roast thing, okay, let's just say one thing, and we know this is true. Coffee is good for you. Light roast, medium roast, dark roast, it's good for you. And why? Why is coffee good for you? Well, the caffeine obviously has health benefits, but also coffee is the number one source of antioxidants in the American diet. That's right. A study was conducted in 2005 at the University of Scranton by Ted Vincent. He looked at different types of food. He looked at different, basically, inputs to find out how we as humans in the United States, how we as Americans get our antioxidants. And he found that, yes, we do get some antioxidants from traditional places like fruits and vegetables. But in fact, coffee is the thing that gives us all these amazing antioxidants. The type of antioxidants that you find in coffee are very specific. There are actually numerous antioxidants, but the main antioxidant in coffee is chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is the predominant antioxidant in coffee, and there is data, right, based on very strong clinical studies that show that the chlorogenic acids in coffee reduce blood pressure, help to regulate blood sugar, and improve cardiovascular health. So that's amazing. That's amazing, right? Okay, but there's more. This is new to me. I just found out something about coffee that I didn't know. Coffee has epigenetic benefits. And that's great news, because if you're drinking a lot of coffee, then the fact that it has positive epigenetic benefits is a good thing. So, epigenetics is a big word. It's definitely a word that has been around now for some time. When I first encountered this word, I was fascinated. Epigenetics, conceptually, it's just very interesting. So what is epigenetics? Basically, epigenetics means that different things that you put into your body or different lifestyle habits have different effects on your genome. You can't change your genome. The blueprint of your DNA, it comes with you. It's there in the womb, right? It can't be changed, but what can be changed is the expression of certain genes. And so different things that you do turn on or off genes. So for example, if you have a gene that makes you susceptible to a specific disease, but you live a certain lifestyle, you may be able to keep that gene turned off, right? So coffee has been found to be very healthy from an epigenetic standpoint. In fact, a group of researchers and exercise physiologists got together and they did a study. The study was published in March 2012 in Cell Metabolism. Excellent study. They took a group of healthy men and women. They were healthy, but they were inactive. So healthy but sedentary, right? And they looked at the effect that exercise had on their genes, right? On a molecular level, and they also looked at the effects of coffee. And they found that, as one would expect, exercise has epigenetic positive effects in the body, right? And essentially, the way the methylation works, based on what the scientists saw, the framework was being laid for the muscles to become stronger. So they were like, okay, great, that confirms what we already know. Exercise is good for you. Then they went and they looked at caffeine, right? They looked at coffee and they said, wow, that's interesting. The effects of this caffeine, this caffeinated coffee, are mimicking the effects of exercise. Now, that's not to say that you can drink coffee and not exercise, though. Drinking coffee is always a good thing. But I will say that if you had any questions at all about whether or not coffee is good for you and about whether or not it actually goes with an overall healthy lifestyle, a lifestyle that's focused on putting good things into your body and on being happy and healthy, then the answer is definitely yes. So on that note, I really hope that you are well. I hope that you are totally enjoying this beautiful weather, and I hope that you're enjoying your coffee. So I do want to say one thing. Please don't think that I like dark roast more than light roast. I'm an equal opportunity coffee drinker. I welcome any and all coffee suggestions. This is Nicole Gray. I'm drinking coffee at drinkingcoffeeallthetime.com. Cheers.